Good day, children. This week we are looking at jobs that people do. Now, for our creative writing lesson, we are looking at one job that we may be seeing a lot of in our country these days. If you look at them, you will see that they are very special people. Can you name these people? Yes, they are nurses. So I'm going to write the word nurses. So this is how we spell nurse. Nurse. Good. There's more than one of them, so we say nurses. Now, as I said, nurses are very special people. And we are going to talk a little bit about them today. And we're also going to write some sentences about the nurses. Now, first of all, where do nurses work? Do they work in a school or hospital? Yes, you guessed it. They work in a hospital. Let's write the word hospital. Hospital. They work in a hospital. Now, how do you know that they are nurses? How can you tell? Yes, we can tell they're nurses by the way they are dressed. They always wear uniform. Now, sometimes the uniform may be different colors. In these nurses, we see that they are wearing purple and white. Good. So the nurses wear a uniform, and the uniform may be different colors according to what the nurses are doing. Okay. So let's write the word uniform. They wear a uniform, and the uniform may be different colors. Okay, what else? Now, what do nurses do? We know they work in a hospital. They wear a uniform that may be different colors at times. But what do they do? Yes, they help sick people. Okay, so let's make that a little bigger so you can see it. Right, so nurses help sick people. Very good. Now, let's go over what we know about nurses so far. We know how to spell the word nurses, begins with an N. We know that they work in a hospital. They wear a uniform, and we know what they do. They help sick people. And let's take a look at the nurses' faces. Look at them. Yes, they are happy. This one is smiling and another nurse is laughing, and some of them are very serious. So they are happy. Let's try the word happy because they love to be nurses, and some of them at times may be serious. So we are describing what the nurses are looking like here. They may be serious because they have a very important job to do. Helping sick people is a very important job. Good. So let's go over what we know about nurses one more time. They are nurses. They work in a hospital. They wear a uniform. They help sick people. Sometimes they will be happy because they love their jobs, and other times they will be serious because their job is very important. Now let's write sentences about the nurses. I'm going to make my picture a little smaller. We're going to keep the picture of the nurse right there. And we are going to write a sentence about nurses. Of course, you are going to help me. Now, we always begin our sentence with a special letter. What's that special letter called? Capital letter. Yes, we always begin with a capital letter. Now, what are we going to write about? I am going to choose this word. You remember what this word is? I'm going to put it in red. Hospital. Hospital is a naming word. It names a place. So hospital, the word hospital is a noun. We looked at nouns last week and this week as well. So I'm going to write my sentence about where nurses work. Where do nurses work? Let me see. I'm going to think about my sentence. I'm thinking, and then I'm going to write. A nurse works in the hospital. So I'm going to write A, that's my capital A. Nurse works in the hospital. See, my word hospital is here. This is the word hospital. I'm going to put it in red that I chose to write about. And of course, I'm going to end with that special mark called a full stop. Let's read my sentence. A nurse, so we use the word nurse as well. So I'm going to put nurse in red. See, I used two words from here. And put it in red as well too. Let's read our sentence. A nurse works in the hospital. Now, I didn't use the whole word. I used the word nurse instead of nurses because I'm talking about one nurse. Now, if you want to talk about all of the nurses together, then you have to put the S. For example, you can say, instead of talking about one nurse, I will write nurses are happy and put my full stop here. So you see the word nurses here? I'm talking about more than one nurse. Nurses are happy. To make my sentence even more complete, I can write the word the. Put it in black, the, and I cannot have a capital letter here because that's not the beginning of my sentence. So I put a comma on end. Very good. So now I have the nurses are happy. You see how many words I can use? I use the word happy. I'm going to put it in red. The word happy from here. And I use the word nurses. So you can use any amount of words from the picture, or you can use your own words to write your sentences about the picture. So today we have done our creative writing lesson, and we were looking at nurses. We wrote a sentence about where the nurse works and how nurses feel. Now it's your turn. I want you to write 4 sentences using any of those words or your own words. 4 sentences about our picture today. Well done, children.